feel like your school was an energy wasteland? No, not wasting that kind of energy. Most schools waste energy through inefficient heating, lighting, and air conditioning. Wasted energy means wasted money. Money that could be used for other things like better equipment or field trips. Wasted energy also hurts the environment. And you know, it's not just up to the grown-ups to save energy. There are plenty of simple things that you can do to save energy in your schools. I'm Sarah. We're going to check out some ways to save energy in this school. Your school's probably a little different, but you'll still be able to do most of the same things that we learned about here. What's this?
Your mission, Sarah, should you choose to accept it, is to go to the custodian's room and work with him in saving energy around the school. This tape will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Okay, now I have to go to the custodian's room. I do not want to go there. Nobody goes there. Let's go. Come on! Ah, gross! Yuck! Hello? Hello? Is anybody in there? Hello? Welcome. Make yourself comfortable. Would you like some tea and crumpets? Sure. See why nobody comes here?
So, what may I do for you, my dear?
Well, we're trying to save energy in the school, and we thought you'd be the perfect person to help.
Why, thank you for thinking of me. I'd love to be of service. What did you have in mind?
Well... One way to save energy is to make sure that the air conditioning and furnace units are cleaned regularly. Also, any working motor parts need to be oiled regularly. Do we do that stuff on a regular basis, Rocky?
Most definitely. In fact, we have a maintenance schedule that includes cleaning and oiling the furnace and air conditioner units, as well as changing the filters and adjusting heating and cooling temperatures for times when students are out of school. Although we have a well-planned-out maintenance schedule, some schools don't.
If your school doesn't have a regular maintenance schedule, you can work with your teacher, principal, and custodian to develop one.
Yes, jolly good idea. Oh, I've got to run. Today's the day we clean the air conditioning, and I need to do my favorite task, my darling recyclables. Ta-ta!
Okay. Phew, that was weird. Whoa, I wonder why it's so cold in here. Come on, let's go and see.
Welcome to my office, my dear. What may I do for you? Are you sick?
Oh no, I'm not sick. We just thought there might be some ways to save energy in here. If you're not sure if it's drafty, here's one way to check for leaks. If the saran wrap moves, you've got leaks. You've got leaks. You've got serious leaks. There are a bunch of different ways we can stop air leaks anywhere in the school, whether it's due to heat being lost or air-conditioned air being lost. When it's cold, kids can make fabric snakes, window quilts, and make sure shades are up during the day to let in the sunlight. Of course, put them down in the night to keep the heat in the buildings. A fun project is to paint the window shades so people will be more interested in using them. In hot climates, a great way to use less air conditioning is to plant trees by the sunny side of the building to shade it. You can also plant trees by the air conditioning units. Also, turn off the lights and computers when you're not using them, which will save electricity, because your air conditioners won't have to work as hard. Window film also helps keep down the heat from the sunlight, because it gets reflected away. Finally, another job that you can do which is pretty simple, but you should do with a grown-up's help, is caulking.
I once heard of some pop-in window panels that are supposed to work wonders.
Yeah, those are great. They're pretty easy to make without even having to sew. You take some cardboard, some aluminum foil, plastic wrap, put the whole thing together and cover it up with some neat fabric.
Wow! Ooh, that seems like a great idea.
Now let's just pop it in.
Thanks a lot, Sarah. Glad you dropped by.
That was interesting. What? Did you know that having the door open is like having a 6-foot by 3-foot hole in the wall? It doesn't take a lot of holes to waste a lot of energy. What's going on in the music room? Hi? Mr. Muzak? Hello? Hello? Are you in there?
Yes, I'm here, but the lighting is so poor that I can't even see the sheet music.
Ah, I noticed. Maybe we can figure out how to fix it. I know. Let's put light reflectors in. Installing light reflectors increases the amount of light, while still using the same amount of electricity. Using a mirror, reflectors direct the light where it's needed, like onto your sheet music.
Thanks, Sarah and Rocky. That's much better.
You know, those new reflectors will pay for themselves, and more.
Thanks for the bright ideas. See ya.
You know, this may sound silly, but you know that exit lights waste too much energy? Replacing the incandescent bulbs in the exit sign with compact fluorescent lamps can save as much as $25 per year for each sign. Just think about how many exit signs are in your school. Remember, these things are on 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And it's not just exit signs. You know how much energy you could save by changing your light bulbs to energy-efficient lights? You can save enough energy in your school to buy everyone in your classroom lunch in the cafeteria for 2 years, or pizza for 1 year. Rocky! 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 Rocky? How are your darling recyclables?
Well, not so great. As you can see, people are not sorting their recyclables from their rubbish. What am I to do?
I know. Let's sort this garbage.
Thanks so much, Pickles, but, you know, we can't always rely on your bag of tricks.
You may be wondering, what does recycling have to do with saving energy? Lots. It's an excellent way to save energy because it's easy to do. Just think how simple it is to use both sides of a piece of paper before recycling it. Did you know that it takes more energy for a company to make something from scratch than it does to make it out of recycled materials? It also helps our landfills, which are running out of space to store our garbage.
You know, it doesn't stop there. Once things have been recycled, they can be transformed into new things. Plastics can be turned into old sweaters and sneakers. New streets can be paved with old glass. Hands might end up as bicycles. And paper can be turned into anything from comic books to toilet paper. And, of course, you can recycle lots of other things like cardboard, polystyrene packaging, and milk containers.
I hope people remember how much energy they can save from recycling. And how simple it is. I have to make a quick stop in here. Be back in a minute. Get out of here! Come on! Come on, get out of here! Darlene, what's up? You want to know what's up? I'm about to fix this leaky faucet. Come on. Okay. Did you know you can lose up to 18 gallons of water per day from a leaky faucet? Really? Yeah, and nearly 5,000 gallons of water per day from a running toilet. That's enough to fill the average swimming pool twice. Whoa! Are there any other water problems in here? Yeah, people waste too much water. They need to turn off water faucets and water fountains when they're not using the water, and when they're done, even in places like the school kitchen. There are other problems we need to have the custodian or other grown-ups take care of, like turning the water heater temperature down to save wasted heat. The hot water tank and pipes should also be insulated. By the way, do you know where I can get a plunger? Sure. Whoops, wrong color. You got a problem? No problem. I just wanted us to take the energy plunge. Another way to save energy is simply to turn off the lights in rooms that aren't being used. We've checked out a lot of the main energy wasters in this building. We've seen how to look for air leaks and learned many different ways to correct them. We've learned that your school's furnace and air conditioning unit must be cleaned regularly. We found out how much energy can be saved by using energy-efficient lights, turning them off when not in use, and by using reflectors. We've also seen how simple it can be to tighten leaky faucets and to remember not to waste water. Don't forget to turn down your temperature of your water heater and insulate your heater too. You can also call your electric utility to help you do an energy audit of your school. As we've seen, students and grown-ups from the school and community can work together to make your school a much more energy-efficient place to study. Okay, well, saving energy can also keep your school more comfortable, save money, and be nicer to the environment. I hope you've enjoyed the energy tour of our school. Good luck making your own school a more energy-efficient place. Bye!